night, everyone, and welcome to TWF Power or Might. I, Jonathan Coachman, with Mike today and with Taz. And today on Power or Might, first we're going to talk about what happened, yesterday on Collision or Hit. Yesterday on Collision or Hit, we saw Avro Eggman and his prolonged war with Roman Reigns. And like what happened before, Avro Eggman lost to Roman Reigns like he did before. Jonathan Coachman says, and I know someone out there is going to say that Avro Eggman must not be as must not be as wise as he thinks he is. Stand up straight. Well, I guess he's not that highly wise then, Mike today says, because if he was, he would know that doing the same thing over again and then thinking that it will work out for him the same way, then he would be highly wise to know that doing the same thing over again, doing it the same way, and then thinking that it will shift. They say that's one of the meanings of madness, they say, Mike today says. Well, I don't know about that one, Jonathan or Mike. I tell you what, Avro Eggman's highly wise. But even highly wise folks can make mistakes, I can tell you that right now. But anyway, I think sooner or later, he's going to get that win over, he's going to get that win, over Roman Reigns. I think sooner or later, that's going to happen. At least in my book, Taz says I think it will happen. Well, here comes Xia Li now, the TNA Women's Heavyweight Fighter, and a TWF 24/7 fighter. So, it's been some time since I've been here. Since I've been, I've been wrestling here. And by the way, I'm the TWF 24/7 fighter. And no one has taken, that strap away from me. Oh yes, they have, but they haven't held on to it long enough. So if someone thinks that they can take it away from me, and by all means come out. But sadly, it will not work out for you. Well, it's Ethan Lightfoot, Jonathan Coachman says. He's going to, looks like he might be taking up Xia Li on his dare. Xia Li, I know you're looking at me and I know what you think. You think, how can I, Ethan Lightfoot, former two-time TWF tag team fighter with Randy Orton, how do you think, at the end of the day, how do you believe that I could win the TWF 24/7 winnings? When though at the end of the day, you're thinking it highly unlikely. And maybe I might not win. But hey, I could come as close as anyone to beat you. Well, you're taking me up on the dare then, Ethan Lightfoot. Then, put your gouge where your mouth, put the gouge where your mouth is then. Because I don't think, that you're going to win this match against me. Well, I'll see about that. And if I become the TWF 24/7 fighter, then I guess you'll just have to go, and you'll have to go, and, eat those words. But we'll see about that. will see about that. We will see about that, Oh, shit. Stand up. This match is for the TWF 24/7 winnings. First, he is Ethan Lightfoot. And she is the TWF 24/7 fighter, Xia Li. Now let's get it on. Well, Xia Li, with that kick she likes to do, and down goes Ethan Lightfoot. We've seen her do it many times, Jonathan Coachman says, in WWE and also in TNA. Now they call her something else. Well, Xia Li is the TWF 24/7 fighter, and Xia Li just knocked down, Ethan Lightfoot. She's coming back for the kill again. Mike today said Ethan Lightfoot, has to watch out for Xia Li's arms and her legs and her hands, because every one of that is a weapon in its own right. And many a wrestler, both in WWE and in TNA, learned that. Well, I can tell you what, Taz says, the 24/7 winnings need not be the most beloved of all the straps here in the toy wrestling gathering, or when WWE had theirs. But I can tell you, it would be like winning the TWF hard middle winnings. It was a hard thing. And I only won the WWE hard middle winnings only 3 times, Taz says. But I don't know if Ethan Lightfoot's going to get lucky here today or not. Maybe he's not. 1, 2, and a kick out. Ethan Lightfoot only got 2, Jonathan Coachman says. So now Ethan Lightfoot's going to have to do something to keep the upper hand going, Jonathan Coachman says. Well, Ethan Lightfoot needs to watch out for that kick. Looks like that's too late, Mike today says. Ethan Lightfoot did not look out for that kick, and now Xia Li has nailed him out with that kick that, that's made her mostly unbeatable in all TWF 24/7 matches, Mike today says. Yes, it has, Jonathan Coachman said. I believe this match is over now. I told you, Taz says, Ethan Lightfoot, maybe he's a good wrestler. But I didn't think today is just not his day. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner. Here is your winner. And still the TWF 24/7 fighter, Xia Li. And now Xia Li is still the TWF 24/7 fighter. And Ethan Lightfoot has nothing to feel ashamed of. He gave it his all. He did all the things he could do. He has nothing to be ashamed of, Jonathan Coachman says. No, he does not, No, he does not, Mike today said. Ethan Lightfoot doesn't have anything to be ashamed of. None at all. He gave it his all. He put in his time. He put in his might. And at the end of the day, Ethan Lightfoot is still a winner in my book. Well, let me tell you something, Jonathan Coachman and Mike today. How can you say Ethan Lightfoot is still a winner when he lost the match? I mean, how can you be a winner when you're the loser? Well, his heart, alright? Maybe he didn't win the match, Taz. You're right about that. But he didn't. But he won by putting in the work. And maybe he didn't win, but at least he behaved as more close to being a winner than anything else. All right, we're gonna take it away now. Mike Lane. Thank you, Jonathan Coachman and Mike, today. I'm going to be talking with Zia Lee here today on Power and Might. Alright, Zia Lee, you're still the TWF 24/7 fighter, and some would say that that Ethan Lightfoot, gave you a little bind. First off, yeah, Ethan Lightfoot, I'm not going to take anything away from him or say he's not a good wrestler when he is. And he came as near as anyone else could, He came as near as anyone else could, of beating me for the TWF 24/7 winnings. But at the end of the day, I still beat him. But if he wants to have another match for it, then I'm open for it. So you're saying, Zia Lee, you're open-minded to giving Ethan Lightfoot another match for the TWF 24/7 winnings. Yeah, that's right. Ethan Lightfoot, I unlock you. And if you want to have another match with me for the TWF 24/7 winnings, then name the time and name the stud, and I'll be ready. Well, that was my talk with Zia Lee, the TWF 24/7 fighter. Back to you, Jonathan Coachman and Mike, today. Stand up. Be crooked. Well, thank you, Mike Lane, for talking with Zia Lee here today on Power and Might. And that's all the time we got here for Power and Might. I, Jonathan Coachman, with Mike today, and Taz. We hope you like Power and Might, and we'll see you tomorrow for Monday Night Raw, or Monday Night Raw.